these lights, the light up the town. When I'm all alone, looking down the street, a war tonight is leading me home. It's coming down, raining on me. Still waiting, still waiting, still waiting, still waiting for you. All these lights, the light up the town. When I'm all alone, looking down the street, a war tonight is leading me home. It's coming down, raining on me. Still waiting, still waiting, still waiting, still waiting for you. All these lights, the light up the town. When I'm all alone, looking down the street, a war tonight is leading me home. It's coming down, raining on me. Still waiting, still waiting, still waiting, still waiting for you. All these lights, the light up the town. When I'm all alone, looking down the street, a war tonight is leading me home.
Hello and welcome back to Rollin Dirty. I am your humble DM, Alex Palmer, How are we feeling about today?
Disgusting.
Dirty episodes lined up.
Marginally dirty.
Just looking at Tom.
Grimy.
Grimy.
Yep.
Love that. Cool.
Nervous.
Let's get on with it. So to recap what happened last time, the party ventured through the door, through into the world, beyond the world. Along the way, finding a series of corridors, a platform, a room of rooms, and a kind of medical station where we found the boxers from the Cotton Club. We found Oni and Crawler, and we also found two orderlies, Pete and Miles, and great stealthing from the party, and some dubious signing across the room. We get to a point where the orderlies have their suspicions and try an attack. So it was expertly dealt with by Stanley, who got a kind of negotiating on the table. Alfredson is a man that cannot be tamed. Walked out against the command, brought back Miles, and we've just left it. Miles was unconscious. The Eldritch Blast goes into the back of him. He falls prone and wakes up, but he's still bound. We're going to go straight into initiative order as it was. You hear the screams of Miles as he wakes up and hits the floor with a thud. And we go to Tony.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Polymorph into a tortoise on Pete. A small tortoise. I would love to go for a giant tortoise, but I feel like that's quite impractical.
Does he have to make a save, or what's the?
Wisdom.
Yeah, there you go.
saving.
Just chucked it in. Yeah, he's got to make a saving throw.
60 foot
With
creature, la la la.
Have to be a 15.
And then willing creature must make a wisdom save. Did not see this one coming. Okay.
I've tried looking up stats for a tortoise, but I can't find any.
Okay, we'll get there when we get there. What's the DC?
15.
15?
It has no effect.
Oh,
19 on the die.
savage.
I would show you, but I should be rolling with you guys now.
You can
You
roll
can
in.
see.
You can roll into the chat. It's up to you, but you don't have to.
I haven't got it out. So can you link it in the chat, and then I'll do those kind of
yeah,
rolls.
Can someone ping it over to Palmer?
Yeah, I got it.
Actually, yeah, because
Put it in WhatsApp.
for my next move, I I wouldn't mind seeing the rolls.
Anything else? So the spell doesn't seem to have any effect.
I'm going to move outside of the room
Get out of here, Tony!
as rapidly as I can.
Great.
Well, we've got 30 feet of movement, isn't it? Is that right?
Yeah, so you easily make it out of the room. Where would you like to aim for? Going to another room?
I want to
or
go behind Stanley.
I think, no, I'm in the room
Wait,
now.
Stanley's
Oh, are
with
you
us.
in the room? Are you?
Yeah, we're all in there.
Sorry, I thought, okay, I'm getting out. I'm just going to get out. If I can make it into one of the other rooms, I'm going to go in there.
Right.
Where you going?
Get out of
Do
there,
you,
man.
do you want to? Which room are you going to? So you've got a room with the boxer in it. You've got room with crawler.
Which room are we in currently? What number?
Top left.
Number 3.
We're in 3. I'm going to head to 2, which is as far away as it can be.
That's the empty room.
Yeah. I'm going to say, like, in the doorway so I can, like, still keep eyes on the door of number 3 though.
Right. So you do that. So you exit the room. You see Tony fleeing, and it's back up to Alfred.
All right. Okay. After I see him hit the ground, and the Eldritch Blast kind of ring through, and I'm assuming I'm seeing shock on my party's faces, especially Archie, as he's just carried him and he's probably closest. I pull myself together and I say, okay. I'll make this simple. You told me to go to bed, so I'm going to tell you to go to bed. And I point at Pete. I cast suggestion, and I ask him to follow us calmly. And I want you to get in my bed and not wake up until I tell you to. And I cast suggestion. I also cast it with heightened spell, which means you get disadvantage to your roll on suggestion. I'll post it in the chat for you so you can see.
Cast that spell before.
It's the same save, 15, but you have disadvantage. And I am now on 2 sorcery points left.
So he's got advantage to saves.
He has advantage to saves.
It will go to
Do you know
flat.
what's so annoying? I almost took a feat on the last one, which basically meant you can't.
Does it need the suggestion have a DC? Is it
DC 15.
DC 15? He adds a 4 to it.
So you need an 11 or higher on the one roll.
That is a 4. Okay, so you cast suggestion.
Yeah, I look at him. You kind of see almost like not notes, but almost like hexes leave my mouth, and I imagine his face goes pale and eyes go grey. And I ask him to follow us calmly, and when we reach our beds, go to sleep until I tell you otherwise. And that's what I do.
And you see zombie-like heat, eyes turning grey, almost rolling back into his head. Do exactly as you command. And in this moment, he kind of looks subservient. Does exactly what you said, gets into bed and lies down.
No. He's following us until
Following
I
you?
reach my bed, is what I said.
Okay.
Okay, guys. What do we do with Miles?
Hey, it's up to you. We've got one of these
Well-
guys, but
How long?
Sometimes
hang
I
on.
like them both.
Hang
How
on,
long?
it's Miles. We're not out of initiative, right?
Oh, we're not.
I'm gonna begin slowly walking with him out of the room, and I look to Tony, and I'm like, Tony, follow me. You guys have got Miles. I need him to keep following me, or else, it's the point of the spell.
So
Yeah, I think so. We got him.
Okay,
who have you casted suggestion on? Sorry, is it Pete or
Pete.
Miles?
Pete.
the guy who was
Right.
about
Miles is tied
seconds.
up.
Yeah.
He's standing.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm gonna walk
just gonna
at a
roll
very
it.
slow pace. I'm probably gonna do like half movement, just so like the next 3 rounds, we're still in that corridor area.
Okay.
I just want to stay in earshot of the guys as they decide on what to do with Miles.
So that's a 9 plus 2. So that's a 19 sleight of hand check. Which I'm gonna play by the rules of. That's not enough to break the bonds on him, but he still can. He's gonna cast from prone suggestion on.
I don't.
know if he
He's
can.
gagged as well as bound.
There you go.
He's gagged and bound, which he would need semantic and and yeah, so he can't provide either of those. That's the worst thing about a spellcaster is if you've got their hands, you've got their weapons, and especially mouth.
Hang on, this is my first time playing.
For the viewers, the boys may have played a little something. This is not the face of a happy DM.
Hmm.
Fuck your stupid spellcasters.
It's annoying because I've got counterspell, so I might have done that, but I don't think I can go back on it now.
But hey, Alex, your world, don't it? Maybe in your world, people can. I don't know.
So Pete stays on the floor. Pete.
Miles.
Miles stays on the floor. Pete. It's his turn.
Can't break.
Can he do anything if he's on
No.
a suggestion?
For next 8 hours.
8 hours.
Unless we hurt him. Or he completes his challenge, which unfortunately by my wordage he can't.
Great. This is not how I thought this was going to go. Fine. So the next in order is Archie.
All right. Well, I look to Alfred to say, how long is Sleeping Beauty gonna be like a zombie for?
Yeah, I'm like kind of like doing this to him, even though I don't need to. I'm like, yeah, we're good for the next 8 hours. So whatever you guys plan on doing with Miles, and once again, guys, I'm sorry, I acted brash, and I apologize. Okay, maybe if I don't handle the Miles situation, you guys can, calmly get something out of him. But in the meantime, I've got Pete.
All right. Well, obviously, I don't realize that Miles needs his voice to spell cast. So, what I do is, all right, well, let's see what this guy's got to say for himself anyway. I got some answers in this crazy, crazy world. And I go to Miles, and obviously, I take the gag out of his mouth, and I give a little slap around the face. I'm like, hey, you're right there, buddy?
No, I'm not fucking all right.
Where the hell are we?
How about you bring back my buddy, and then we can talk.
I don't think you realize what situation you're in here. It doesn't go down like that. I don't know how much of a conversation we've got. My turn.
Because you've unbound him, he casts suggestion on you.
Okay.
It might be. Ooh.
Wait, can I resist it? So I'm talking to him. I'm like trying to get some answers out of him. Do I have to take a saving throw at all?
A wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom. Okay. All right. I'm feeling okay about this.
I'm assuming
actually.
his hands are still bound, though, right? If
Yeah.
you're saying you
Voice.
ungagged him, I know, but it's voice and motion, I believe, or material actually. Actually, yeah, voice is fine. Yeah, that's the same as what I do. Am I able to like perception check to see if he's like? Well, I can obviously hear the conversation, right?
Have you left yet?
Well, no. This is what I said. My exact wording was for the next kind of like 2 to 3 rounds of combat, I'm slowly walking, so I'm staying in earshot. That was my exact wording.
Okay. So
I
yeah.
got like strength, dex, constitution, willpower, and charisma save.
Can I see that he's casting a spell? Like, am I seeing the same version of my spell being cast on
Different.
Archie?
Yeah, no, it's different.
I just okay. It depends on how much you're gonna let me do, but essentially, I would maybe shout like Stanley. Maybe we shouldn't ungag the let Archie ungag the mage caster. It's probably not helpful if he has his voice right now.
Look,
Yeah,
I
I'm
look
on it.
at this guy. All right, he's. I want to know what the fuck is going on here.
So hang on. If you'd have said that as he said, I'm gonna gag him. Completely fair, but I
Yeah,
think
no.
we're too-
What this has already happened. I'm saying this has happened.
Yeah.
I'm now saying
Sure.
to Stanley, as I'm hearing a conversation happen, I'm like, probably
Sure.
not the best idea to ungag him
Oh,
yet.
yeah. Cool.
Okay.
Well, I want to know what's going on in this crazy world. Anyway, so as he tries to do that spell, I roll. Is that going to? Oh shit! I spammed it. I didn't. I didn't realize.
You
Right,
you hit it.
ah.
I mean, you're okay anyway. Yeah.
The partially bound suggestion does not work. What do you do? I still allow you to put the gag on if you want.
Does he know a spell's
No.
been cast on him?
Mm.
You must do.
I don't know if it says it actually in it. I'm more asking from your side because he is a spellcaster, so I'm just curious.
So what you hear coming out of the mouth of this man is he tells you to attack Pete.
Tells me to attack Pete.
Yeah.
I'm not doing this obviously because I resisted.
Yeah.
Why would you want me? I'm a bit confused. Why do you want me to attack your friend? I'm not doing that, you crazy fool. What the hell is going on in this world? You want me to attack your buddy? I'm not putting the gag back on. I feel like I'm losing my mind here. I just want some goddamn answers, and I feel like this guy has them. So I pick him up and I put him on the bed. I prop him up on the bed, kind of, because there's 2 beds in this room, isn't there?
There's 4.
There's 4 beds. There's an empty bed. I prop him up on the bed, so he's like kind of sat upright, and I've got like my knife out, and it's like I'm doing my best to look as intimidating as Archie can. I think like the madness of this world is kind of getting him to a little bit of a breaking point where he just wants answers, even if it like means just having to leave this guy unbound. And I was like, we need to get some answers out of this guy. All right, and I kind of just like hold the throat. He's no threat with this blade to his throat. And I kind of end my turn like with a. I guess like I'm readied now. If anything happens, like I'm in a readied state with like a medical blade that I've kind of that I had when I was kind of meat shielding into the room.
Cool. You put the scalpel to his neck. Ready. Just make
I'm not super close because I'm still like this is my first time doing anything like this, but
make
it's
a
like
intimidation with advantage.
Cool. Oh, sorry, that's my. I'm ready now. That was my go. If that's not clear.
You want to roll intimidation?
Oh, sorry, you said roll intimidation. Sorry, I didn't. I thought you
Yeah.
said I've got ready with advantage. Sorry, I am with you now. 3. Okay, hang on. There, it's not great. He's not an intimidating guy, actually.
Oh, it's an intimidating circumstance. He doesn't necessarily find you intimidating, but the circumstances is, yeah, definitely one to watch. Should have saved that.
No, I had to. Because I'm a sorcerer now. After I cast a spell, I have to roll on my own wild magic table, not like the other one. Which basically means I have to roll a d20. If I hit a 1, then a magical effect happens. But I just forgot about it, so I had to roll it to see if I hit it, but I didn't.
There's no wild magic surge here.
No. This is like sorcerer's wild magic, not like out. You know, this is like when I took sorcery. It's in my features. I'll paste it for you. It was when I took the sorcerer subclass.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Right. So theoretically, you would be doing that twice.
For like Eldritch, you mean? Or do you mean the suggestion?
I mean, anytime you need to roll that,
I do this every single time that I cast. I think it's a spell, just not a cantrip. So first level or higher.
But it stacks now. So the other
No.
players...
Oh, it doesn't do like 1 then 2 like the rule that we did. It's just if I hit a 1, I hit a 1.
Yeah, but you're gonna have to roll twice because once for that as that feat, and then others for my...
okay. Are we doing that though? When not in, because we're not in the public area like you said, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
fine.
I'm
Oh,
saying
when we're out
it's
there.
that.
Yeah. Fine. Oh,
Okay.
God.
Gonna be interesting. We go to Stanley.
Okay, so I'm in the room with Archie. Okay, I'm just gonna say to Miles, I'm like, look, we've got your friend. You're tied up. Your little spell didn't work. If you tell us what we want to know, then we don't have to go any further. I guess just what is going on down here.
Stanley. Can I call you Stanley?
Well, that's my name, so yeah, I guess you can.
You're a man of the law, right? So your interest is in fairness and the order of things. This is chaos. Why are you choosing this? This is not your path. Also, I might add, this is not a negotiation. This is a hostage takeover. There's nothing about this that is negotiating. You either kill me and get no answers, or we can negotiate, like I said. You can tell that fucking old man over there, he thinks he's some sort of leader. He's never been a leader in his life. He's never led the Gophers for a reason. It's his chaotic immaturity that sets that man apart. You're more of a leader than he will ever be.
Miles, I tell you, in New York, flattery will get you pretty far. And you're right. I hear you. Sometimes, normally I wouldn't be in a situation where I'm taking hostages. You're right. I am a man of the law, fundamentally. But I found you in a room with a load of dead bodies, hooked up to machines, people that I know are already dead. So I think maybe the normal rules that we all play by don't really apply anymore. And frankly, what I'm interested in is getting to the bottom of this. So you're right. You've got two options. I can kill you now, or you can help us.
You know how this works, right? There are things in the world that are above people's pay grades. You don't know about what Layman's getting up to. Doesn't bother you. You put it down as he's your boss. It's out of your pay grade. This, Stanley, is out of your pay grade.
You might be right. I suppose if I could offer another counterpoint, you're not going to need a pay grade if you're not alive anymore. And as I said to your friend Pete a minute ago, it seems a little bit like, I'm trying to put the pieces together here. The stakes are higher for you than they are for me in this situation. So this is your last chance, Miles. I'm not giving you another one. Are you going to cooperate or no?
I'll cooperate. Anyone do a perception check? If you
Anyone.
would like to.
Anyone.
14.
Oh, I'm running with advantage.
16.
12.
So on a 16, you sense that the door that they came through has closed. The last time it did that, it took a while, but they arrived. So
Sorry, what door? The door.
the
We had to
the
read this
double
big room.
door at the top.
Can I call
It's
that
drawn
person? Can I
in
call that out?
Roll20. It's drawn on the thing I drew up for us.
And what I will say on 14s, you give us insight, Tom, as you're talking to him.
13.
He's stalling.
Okay. Okay. I don't think we got time for this no more.
You need me to hurry up?
Archie, let's go.
Stanley, I've always liked you. You know.
I'll put the gag back on. Put the gag back on. Time to go, Archie.
I need
We're
answers.
taking this guy with
I
us.
still don't know what dimension I'm in now or what's going on here.
Hey, what was that about
Archie,
being an
we
old
don't have
man?
time for this.
Archie, we need to stall this guy and get the fuck out of here. You know what to do.
I think what we need to do is we need Alfred to start taking nails again.
No.
You say take
there's no
nails?
time.
Yeah, we can
There's
do
no
that.
time. There's no time. I guess I drag Archie and then we start. I think as a group we start running back the way we came to the tunnels.
I'm going
Alright,
to
come on,
cast
Petey.
Tensor's floating disc and put Miles on the disc and start running with you guys.
Are we
Say
taking
that again,
Miles?
sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, let's take Miles. Fuck it, let's just take him with us. Yeah, I'm going to cast Tensor's floating disc, and then put Miles on the disc, and then start running, and it follows me when I get 20 feet away from it.
Nice.
Ah, good idea. We can drop him off a building or something after you release the spell. Good shout.
Not
Yeah,
before I get
exactly.
out.
It's a great idea.
That's not what we're saying? Oh, my God, I'm always misreading these cues.
You guys have changed.
Lasts for 1 hour. There's no DC. No.
No, it's just a structure in which they sit on.
Yeah.
Cool. So, what does that look like as Tony casts?
I imagine it's just like a plane that you can't like see it at all. It's just like lightly sort of like vibrating particles of air. I imagine Miles is like kind of disappointed himself that he's getting taken away on such like to him he seems like such a basic spell. He's just like tutting to himself.
Oh, cool. So you do that. You reach the T junction. Left is the Cotton Club. Straight on is the platform. Where do you go?
We are going as fast as we possibly
Home.
can. Cotton Club.
Should we
Right.
just before? Should we take Miles, or should we just leave him on the train tracks?
Yeah, let's leave him on the tracks.
I'm just saying we got one. It'd probably be easier to convince one than two, right? I'm throwing it out there.
No, I hear what you're saying. I just think we don't have time, and if he gets free, then he's gonna raise the alarm or something, right?
I think that's
That's
going to
why
get
we leave
raised
him on the
already,
tracks.
right? That's why it's going to get raised. Yeah, exactly. And they got to find him.
Harrison,
sorry,
quick-
Miles. 1 second.
quick decision.
No, we've got mine. We've already got mine.
Fuck it, let's take him with us. Let's go.
Fine.
I'm gonna
Take
start
him with
running
us.
just for the door.
Fine.
Okay.
You run as fast as the wind will carry you down the corridor that burst into light the second you entered. You hear the buzz, the electricity hum. You see the door in front of you. You burst through it into the Cotton Club. No one is there. It is a ghost town.
Good.
Perfect.
You slam the door. The door's still there.
I feel like I do
Where
that
do you
thing
go?
where, like, you just take a chair and you put it underneath the handle.
Sorry, I lost.
Yeah.
Who have we got? Who have we come out the door with? Then we've come out
Both.
the door.
Miles and
Both
Pete.
of them now.
Yeah, Pete's and that's why I
Yeah.
said, should we leave Miles? Because, like, do we want to take two powerful mages
yeah.
back with us?
That's
Yeah,
what
we
I,
can
was,
just kill
I
him.
didn't realize we
We
were
can
still the one that was. I know we take the one that was hog-tied on the disc, but I didn't realize that the one that was suggested we kept.
No, the whole suggestion I cast was that he's going to follow me until we get back to my house. He's going to fall asleep in my bed until I tell him to wake up. That's the
I think it's
suggestion.
okay. We've got 8 hours, right? So we've got plenty of time with. I
Pete.
should probably do this in a New York accent. We got plenty of time with Pete.
All
He's
right.
gonna be out like a light. Okay. I head outside the Cotton Club and I look for the nearest vehicle. Is anyone outside?
All right, I never thought I'd say this, but I'm actually for once in favor of the nail pulling because I really want some answers. Now, do we want to pull the nails at
My
at
guy.
Alfred's
No,
house?
we're gonna go back to
Now
Alfred.
we're talking,
'Cause
finally.
I think we got if we go back to Alfred's house, we got Winston there to help us, and
he loves
it's
nail
probably
pulling,
more
so-
secure, right? We don't want to be near this door.
Yeah.
Um,
Can I? I was just gonna say, can I call Winston from the bar phone to see what's happening with him and
Sure.
Charlie?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm like, I'll meet you guys in the car. I assume because we got dropped off by Tony's boys, didn't we? So I assume they're like still there waiting
Yeah.
for us, or because that's how we got
Um,
here, right? We would have got here either
They,
by
they've gone. I'd also ask, how are you contacting Winston?
through
on
the
the
bar
bar
phone,
What to?
like my house. I'm just seeing if he's there. I would call
You-
where
You're in the house. He's not there. He's out driving.
Fuck. Okay. And so then I just get in the car.
Sure.
okay.
Messenger pigeon.
So when we go outside, is there anything out there?
What you do notice is the find familiar that you did, Harrison, has come into effect now, and you see waiting for you outside a cat.
Oh, you're right, mate. Where have you been?
Waiting. I have been waiting for you, master.
Why didn't you come in through the door with us? I cast you ages ago in there, mate.
Could not find you. I looked. I could not find. I spent. You were there for hours.
How many hours?
Oh,
Roughly.
2 or 3 hours you were there.
Guys, can they all hear this?
No.
Can they can see find familiar? Is that right? But they can't hear
Hey,
it.
Archie, is Tony talking to a cat right now?
Guys. We were in there 3 hours apparently.
Wait,
But were we
what?
actually? Is that what you're saying? How long we were there for, Palmer, or do we actually know it as being probably like half an hour?
Like, interstellar.
In your time, it's about half an hour, but this cat is not lying.
But essentially, time's gone slower where we were, is what we're taking from this. Fuck.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's not true, actually, Tony. It's only been about half an hour.
Yeah, I know, Archie. My fucking watch says half an hour too, but he's never fucking
What
lied
would
to
you
me
like me
before,
to do,
so I
master?
can't imagine he would ever again. Just jump in, mate. We're gonna head to Alfie's and we'll get you some scran if you fancy on the way.
I will have Scran with you. And jumps
Yeah,
onto
that's
your
what we
shoulders.
like to hear. Come on, guys, let's go.
Okay. I guess we put Miles in the boot, and lock it. Pete, I guess, just gets in and sits down.
Yeah. Pete calmly gets in. Yeah, just sits in the car,
Yeah.
following us. I give him shotgun.
And you drive. Drive to. You going to Alfred's house?
Yeah.
Great. You see Pete waits for you to get out of the car, and as you do so, follows you in his command. What do you do with Miles?
So I open the boot and I open it, and the first thing I do is I recheck all of his bonds to make sure they're tight and secure. It's the first thing I do.
Oh, smart.
he's attempted to loosen it, but has failed.
So yeah, I retighten all of those to make sure they're secure. Okay, so Pete's going to bed. Alfred, have we got anywhere we can keep
Oh,
Miles for now?
yeah, I know
Has
where
he
Miles can
gone
go.
anywhere?
And I pull the bookshelf book again to open up the downstairs area. I'm like, you know exactly where it is. It's down there, Stanley. And then I reckon I left like a pair of like the pliers on the shelf as we walked out the last time, and I hand it to Archie like quietly. I'm like, yeah, take these, man.
I take them. I take Miles, and I'm like in a bit of a, and I genuinely feel a bit saddened by this. I'm like, look, Miles, this is going to be horrible for you. Okay, like, please just tell us what we want. This Alfred guy, he's crazy. He will torture you. You will lose fingers. You will lose nails. You may lose more than that. Even your cock might not be safe. And please just tell us what we need to know. That there's something about a dimension, and there's this guy. What was that guy? What was the Chinese guy called?
Felix.
Yeah, this Felix. We need to just I'm just getting really confused here. So just please tell us the answers, and you'll be okay. I promise you, I can talk him down. But this will be very painful for you. Can you just give me a nod if you understand this? Okay. And I looked to Alfred. I said, Alfred, I think he's going to talk. He's going to tell us what we need to know. Just believe me.
I'm going up the stairs at the time. Yeah, no worries. I'll give you guys 10, 15. I'll be back down.
Are you not coming down?
I gotta tuck Pete upstairs. I gotta tuck him in.
All right.
Oh,
All right.
Give me
Well,
cold feet, Archie. I'll come down with you.
Oh, thanks.
Stanley, where's that knife I gave you earlier?
the knife. Oh, I've got the knife.
The knife that I gave to Stanley earlier, you've got now, have you?
Well, yeah, he gave it to me. I used it for the hostage situation. Yeah. So
Okay, cool.
I won't need this again. Believe me.
Hey, Stanley, can you come by? I'm not good with knots. Can you bind Pete when we get up there? Just tie him up.
I'll tell you what. Let me deal with Miles. He's gonna be asleep anyway.
Yeah, that's true. We'll leave him for a
I don't
bit.
want to
Huh?
wake him up, for fuck's sake. So,
true.
let's,
We'll leave it for a bit.
We'll leave him be. Alfred, you got a pencil and paper anywhere?
I start opening tons of magical drawers, like just
Give me a flat luck check.
Illusory script.
There's no way that. Well, maybe Alfred does have a study.
Maybe. Oh yeah. I can't imagine it if I'm in the kitchen area. If I know where it is. Luck check.
I'm gonna just ritual. Oh.
Wow.
You start opening all of these drawers and realize that you've hit the calligraphy.
Yeah.
That. And you're like, do you want this one? Do you want this one? I've got this really nice little paper here.
This one's gold plated. This one was made by a troll. This paper is actually indestructible. And I try and tear it. Yeah.
Oh, have you got any? I mean, this is a real pun. Have you got any magical paper that might translate what someone's writing in case they do it in a different language?
I start fishing my hand into magical, and I
Sure.
I can imagine at this point it's more like a dimension door situation of
Yeah, and on a nat 20, yeah, I'll give you that. So.
Yeah.
Wait, can we all jump up and kick our legs up?
So on a nat 20, you have found the papers of Babel.
Papers of Babel. I'm gonna write that down.
So yeah, so this does exactly what you said. It translates foreign languages into your mother tongue. Into common.
Yeah. Excellent. Okay, yeah, let's so Archie, come with me. We're gonna go talk to Miles.
Right, so just to recap, we've got Pete, who is now asleep in your bed, Alfred. and we've
In
got
bedtime
he's
story.
tucked in, and
While
and
these
he's
guys-
bound and gagged.
What
No.
Pete? So at the moment, just to not disturb it right now, I've just put him into bed because I'm assuming. How long did it take me to get back from? How long did it take us from spellcast to here? How much time has elapsed?
Let's say like an hour and a half, 2 hours.
God, how far do I live from the fucking Cotton Club?
A while. You're in the suburbs.
Jesus Christ! Okay, I'm moving. Okay, yeah, 2 hours. Yeah, I would put him into bed and just keep an eye on time. That's it, really.
Great.
Great. So, Archie, let's go talk to Miles. Let's go talk to him. We go downstairs to the room through the bookcase and everything. I assume I've remembered what book it is and stuff. Cool. So,
So I guess
So
we
just
could
to paint the picture, we are in the same room that Felix was in.
yes.
We've got Miles, who is hogtied. He's gagged, and he's been put into the room. So he's sat on a chair. In
I
the
think
room.
we'll say he's for now. He's still on the disc. That's
Right,
probably the
he's
most comfortable
still-
place for him in the weird position he's in. So,
and just
the
as you
disc
said
actually
that,
doesn't do any more elevation change than 10 feet of elevation. So if we've gone down any stairs, it's very likely it's going to get to 10 feet of elevation, and the disc is just going to disappear, and he's just going to fall on the floor.
okay, never mind. I guess I don't know. I've like grabbed a cushion or something to make
Cool.
him very comfortable.
you actually the disc has a time of 1 hour. So you see, as soon as you get to the Alfred's house,
Oh,
it's gone,
yeah,
but
yeah.
you carry him down. You see another orderly, as in like you've already seen Felix here.
Oh yeah.
You are sorry. I was...
Fuck. Ah!
Oh,
um,
damn.
who you have captured, and he's there. He's yeah. Anyone do an insight check if you want, or
I guess it's just Archie and Stanley right now. Right?
23.
Oh, actually, you three are down there. I'm not yet.
Yeah.
So on a 23 and 26,
I'm mine. Damn.
you see a man who previously was angry and was trying to fight. The fight has left him now. So you do see him as a kind of change. He realizes that he's outnumbered and has been outskilled in this scenario as well.
It's true. He has. All right. Well, I say to Stanley, it's like, all right, Stanley. Well, look, Alfred really didn't want me to ungag him because he's worried about the things he might say. It seems that this guy's got some kind of magical powers. I'm assuming it's similar to what Alfred has. But if you want him to write as well, are his hands not just as dangerous as his tongue? Like, I want answers from this guy, and I'm not sure how powerful this guy is. Like,
Okay.
do we wait until Alfred's here because he might be able to counter the magic? Because I'm happy just to untie this guy and ungag him and just have him speak. I want to know what a dimension is. And
Yeah. Okay. I think you're right. Okay, I guess what I'd say is, Miles, we're not going to untie you for now, but we are going to take your gag off. Both of my friends here are going to prepare spells that you're not going to like. If we get any indication that you're about to try something, things are going to go really badly for you.
I'll
Not
prep
if you want to
fireball.
He nods.
I'm staying at the top of the stairs during this time. I said 10 to 15, but if they want to bring me down sooner, that's kind of up to them. But I'm calmly waiting in an armchair upstairs for the word.
Yeah.
Oh, Ralph, if you head upstairs to Alfie, I'm sure he'll grab you some scran. It means food, just in case you thought it was something bad.
Scran. I thought it was something else. Never mind. I will enjoy Scran. I think I smell kippers upstairs.
Oh yeah, Alfie loves kippers too. He'll definitely have some of those.
Fuck.
A man of fine taste.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Nice.
Um, you
So
you
Miles,
see him.
do you understand me? And I guess can I make an insight check to see like does he get it? And is he afraid at all?
Yeah, roll. Disadvantage. Well,
I'll hit an Arcana check just to see if he's doing any other like magic.
Only a 9, so
He said with
20,
advantage,
dirty
didn't you?
20.
oh with advantage.
yeah, with advantage.
Oh,
Oh, a 20.
So I'm just gonna say this now. He's not readying any sort of magic. He's not. He is fully complying, and
Okay.
that's the honest word of a DM.
Okay. So so
No, he is, he is.
I take the gag off and I say, okay, Miles, things got a little bit crazy back there for a second. I'm not gonna untie you just yet, but is there any way I can make you more comfortable for now? I appreciate these. You've been like that for quite a long time now, so
He looks at the chair in the room.
yeah. Okay. So I take the gag off. What I'm gonna do, I guess if he's hog-tied, he's tied behind at the minute. I'm gonna leave
Sure.
his hands and feet bound, but I'm gonna undo the hog bit so that he can sit in the chair. So he'll still have his feet and his hands bound, but he can sit upright because he's
I offer him a glass of water, and I say, "All right, can you tell me what is a dimension? I've heard this word, and I'm not quite sure what it means."
It's You guys know too much already. A dimension is another world.
No,
You slipped through a crack in a world that you should have never even seen, let alone been able to travel through. How you got past into that room, I don't know.
So is this like a heaven or a hell? Is this like some religious thing?
No. I appreciate this is difficult for you to comprehend. So what do you know about the nature of your world?
okay. So I think what we've learned so far is well, we know magic sort of exists because Alfred can do it. We've all got some abilities that we got through different ways. So we're not total dum dums on the magic front, but what we don't understand is I guess who you are, whether you're linked to the magic. So we know that when we touched the card, we all had like weird memories and stuff and like flash.
You see his eyes kind of widen. What card?
Oh, we found a bunch of these now, I think, actually.
I think it was Felix's card, wasn't it?
Yeah, so we got that, but we even got the one from the package that Alfred had originally. And I take out the card from my wallet, so it's the card with the symbol on it and stuff. And it's like,
The one from that.
after Alfred and I touched this, that's when the door in the Cotton Club appeared for the first time.
Amazing. Felix is a fucking idiot.
That's what I thought.
We fucked
So
that guy up.
magic. You're talking about magic. There are people. You said it yourself. Magical people are imbued with such powers by something else. They are given these powers. Some are born with it, but most are given. That is what you are led to believe.
Yeah.
I'm telling you this now. All magic in this world and other worlds are given by us.
Who's us?
Ah, um, we have different names depending on.
Yeah, so do we. Stanley, Archie, Tony.
Sure. I believe you would know us by the Fates.
I've heard this before, and so I always thought I was just good at healing people, and that I worked really hard and I studied, and I just thought I was just the best doctor. I didn't realize that someone had given me these skills and abilities. I just thought I was just really good at saving people and healing. But you're telling me now that you or one of your friends gave me these healing powers?
You're getting your wires crossed, Archie. You are amazing at healing. What sets you apart is your choice to act on your impulses. That's what makes you truly a good man.
And if you can give us these powers, are you saying you can take them from us as well? Like, how much control do you guys have over our lives? This, are you like, you guys like fucking gods or something?
You see a kind of wry smile. We're just no, we're just we are healers like you.
Oh, hang on. Because you gave me powers to 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 take revenge on those who hurt me. How's
Sorry,
that healing?
I never gave you those powers. Me and my kind did.
This what still isn't making any sense to me, Miles, is what do you have to gain from all this?
You get paid? Is it your job? Something like that?
Um, we are the keepers of your world. We tend and make sure it is orderly and precise and runs correctly.
So you like the
It
government or something
seems.
like that?
Say again.
Are you the government or something like that? 'Cause
Yeah, of
as far
sorts.
as I was
Yes,
aware, that's what they do.
yes. It's a good way of putting it. Eh,
Miles, sorry, there's another thing that's really been bothering me. I don't mean to interrupt. Uh the the bodies in back there, they're people that we saw die, but then like their injuries were gone. Archie said he felt that they were alive. So
They were. There was someone alive about them. I could tell.
what are they not real?
They're real. Let me ask you this. What did you do 2 weeks ago?
I don't know. I struggle to remember what I had for breakfast. To be honest with you, Miles.
You know,
That is my point. Stanley, where were you born?
Oh well, in New York. Can't you tell? I'm walking here.
Yeah. And what's your favorite memory?
Oh, it's that's an easy one. That's it's my big brother Mickey taking me to Coney Island with Bobby, and yeah, that was the best day I ever had.
And he repeats over the top of you, it's the best day I ever had. You
Wait,
see, Stanley, you've been given these memories. You've been given these backstories, and you've been given these powers by what we call the Fates. You know us as the Fates.
bullshit.
That don't make no sense.
This is my life. These are my choices. I can make a new memory right now, and my memory could be of me slashing your fucking face. That's a new memory,
Or-
right?
Oh,
make
Archie,
Why?
Whoa, whoa,
Okay.
whoa.
What's
Whoa.
that?
Why did you give them to us and not just everyone?
Everyone has them.
Why just us?
No, he's
Do
lying.
you
He's lying.
Archie,
Do
let's
you,
hear him out.
the faces that you see in your world as you go through your day to day, you have a name for these. They are called the newcomers. The newcomers come to New York for a good time, for the jazz, for the fights, for you.
I'll light up a cigarette.
Hang on, I'm still not
He's
following.
playing us for a
Okay.
fucking fool, this guy.
No. Okay, let me just. Okay, here we go. This is something that no one else could know, right? So, let me test this. When I was a teenager, me and my brothers we went out. We went to a shop called Old Man Mindy's, and we was trying to get something. What was it?
Thing is, Stanley, I know that you are wearing it around your neck right now. You never went to Old Man Mindy's. Old Man Mindy's doesn't exist. And I can prove it to you. You go right now. You can go right now to John's of 12th Street. John's of 12th Street. It will look identical. Old Man Mindy is not there. That is my proof to you.
Guys, there's no way he could know that I. How could he know that? This doesn't make any sense.
I know it's a lot to take in. I want to make a deal with you guys. I want to go back to my world and for you to release my friend. I've given you what I said I would. Now it's time for you to uphold your end of the bargain.
Who lives in your world then? Is there an archery in your world?
No, Archie. No, there's not another version of you. You are you.
Do you have a New York in your world?
This is New York. This is New York.
Miles, the thing is, if everything you're saying's true, and we're not really, I don't know, you gave us our memories and stuff. There's two things. One is, if we let you go, then what's to stop you taking revenge on us? And the second thing is, I mean, how do you sleep at night? You said that we're taking you a hostage and this is chaos and it's it's not what we do. But okay, so maybe I never went to Coney Island, but I feel that I went there. When Mickey got killed, I felt that. I felt that pain. I feel that pain now every time I think of it. So I don't get it. How do you do this?
We all need our drivers to make us who we are. Just look at Mr. Sin. The main thing keeping him going is his driver. Look at Tony Black. Tony Salvatore. Unfinished business keeps him going. If if Tony Salvatore truly brought down the Salvatore family, in the stability there would be chaos. Because then what? The completed goal, the mission that keeps him going, that keeps him Tony Salvatore, wouldn't be there anymore.
So what's my mission, Miles?
As I said before, you are the keeper of order. Without you, things fall.
You know what? I want to know what Alfred's got to say about all this.
Yeah, okay.
I bring Alfred down. Alfred, did you hit? I assume you start reading bedtime stories to Sleeping Beauty up there.
Yeah, this cat just came up. It just like scratching at my leg, so I gave it some fish out of the fridge. I don't know. It's just scratching me. I can't talk to it.
Oh, that's Ralph.
Huh?
Don't worry. He
Ralph?
does that all the time.
So you named your cat Ralph.
No, he named himself. I don't pick his name.
All right, all right.
Well, he tried to put a good cop. He said that there's another world, a dimension. They're the keepers, and they give us these powers, and our memories are real. And I don't know what to make of it, Alfred. I'll be honest with you. And you're a man who seems to know a lot about magic, and you were the first person who told me that there's this thing called another dimension. What do you think? Do you think the story checks out?
I guess we explain in real details that Alfred's like as up to speed as we are about.
Yeah.
What he said. I talked to him.
Yeah, I think I just smile because I know like some of the last conversations I had with Felix, and it was very similar to what this guy's saying. And I just turned to Miles, and I'm like, well, that sounds a lot of similar things to what Felix said, funny enough, in the exact same chair. Now, I'm one to not dance around the point, and you can notice along the floor what that means, and I can imagine there's like fingernails scattered along the floor. Now, for me, I would rather you just spoke clearly, Miles. Now, you're speaking in riddles or in, you're giving examples. I need you to be as clear as possible. What are we to you? Because you're saying there's people that come visit. So what am I then?
You see, it takes a while to contemplate.
I cast Charm Person.
Okay, cool.
Fuck it, I'm gonna cast it. Can I cast it at high level? Target one each slot. The creature must be within. When you cast a spell using a second, you can target one additional. Oh no, just one then. Fine. Yeah, I think it's just my DC 15 save.
Is it wisdom?
Yes.
Wisdom save. That's a 5.
Cool.
That's
I make him friendly. I just make him as like he's one of us. I just want you to speak clearly, Mouse. Friend to friend. What am I?
You are the great Alfred Sin. You allow these people to come and feel like a gopher, a gangster. People. Everyone knows you're one of the hardest to kill. You are the target for many, but many fail. You must have.
I stop
felt
him.
like
I stop
you were-
him. You said many fail, so that's insinuating I've died, and I've been in that room before. And I gesture. Well, I gesture behind me, but I mean like I've been back to those rooms that I met you in before.
Yes, but you won't remember.
Yeah, I get that. So I'm essentially some plaything, as well as my friends here, for the fates and the newcomers. I think the guys referred to them as.
Yeah.
Oh,
I know it's not what you want to hear, but it's
now just out of curiosity, the world where we just come from, I assume there's
stuff beyond the building we were in. There's a world beyond it where these newcomers live and the Fates live. Yes. Okay, perfect. Out of curiosity, if I, was to dress in any type of normal clothing, would anyone, if I was just in one of these random cities, be able to tell me apart from you, for example?
Depends who they were, and I would not advise you leaving this world.
Why
Alfred.
not?
Terrible things would happen to you.
E.g.,
It's amazing that you got through the door in the first place and weren't knocked out the second you stepped through that door.
but listen, Miles, and I get down to one knee and I put a hand on his leg. How amazing would it be if we were the first and you helped us?
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Miles, I just got another question, and I think maybe this is what Alfred's getting at. What is the difference between me and you?
Mm. At this point, I don't know the answer to that. You've seen what I do. I bring people back. You,
and so does
all of us,
Archie.
like Oni. When you die, you don't die.
Hmm.
You come back. Hundreds of times. Thousands of times. When I die, you were right in the room. There is no second chance for me.
How do we know there aren't just people
Just
like
your
you
personal-
for you?
Oh, sorry. Go on, Tony.
How do we know there isn't just another Miles and another Pete and another Felix who are doing exactly the same thing to you guys?
We don't.
Tony.
Oh, we
That's a
don't
good fucking
know.
question.
We don't know.
Yeah, if we have a job,
So if you don't know about that, maybe all the other stuff you've been telling us you don't know about.
I think I don't know. I think he's telling the truth, but you might be right. I guess he doesn't know. If we wouldn't know, then maybe he doesn't.
I don't doubt he's telling the truth. I just think he's telling us his truth that he believes.
he's got no reason to lie. And I start patting him on the leg, and then I say to him,
He smiles at you.
"Yeah,
Hang on, let me just finish my line.
yeah, no
Questioning
worries,
one
man."
sec. I guess my question to you, Miles, is the fact that I can come back to life. Does that make me a less valuable person than you?
I think you have something that we don't have. You have the potential to be far greater than the Fates.
And I agree. I just keep smiling at him. Now, what's the next steps in regards to what do I need to do to make sure that we can visit your world safely? What would I have to do to make that happen?
You would need us.
As in, you and your buddy Pete?
And Max, whoever Max is, no one seemed to know. Who the fuck is Max?
Tony, great question. What or who is Max? Yeah. That's good memory. I forgot about that.
Max is what I call head of narrative.
Narrative. Like there's a story here.
Makes
Like
sense.
a book, right? Like a narrate, like a.
Yeah. Sounds like it. Now, when you say head of, is he a fate? Is he a person? Because when I asked about Max earlier, you guys almost referred to it as it wasn't a person.
He's a person. He's
perfect.
yeah.
Is he a good guy, Max? Is he
He's
mean?
not without his flaws.
Ugh.
What's
He's
his biggest flaw then?
probably his ego.
Ah,
Wouldn't
with
you
a-
love to destroy that
with a
ego?
title like that, who'd have thought it? Wouldn't you want to
Um,
be head of narrative? Wouldn't you just love that job?
We could make it happen.
This is so, you guys being gangsters. I love it.
We made this happen, man.
you you need us both, I think,
Fine.
if we're gonna make this happen.
Don't worry,
My
Pete's
question to
having
you
a
is,
nap upstairs.
why do you want to go there? What have you got planned? What?
So I don't think that. Look, forgive us if we don't fully trust you yet, Miles, but I don't think we're gonna talk with you at the moment about what the plan is. That's not because we don't have one. It's because we don't want to tell you. But I do think, I guess, Miles, now that you're charmed by us, I guess I want to know from your heart, do you think what happens to us is right or wrong?
Just be honest.
It's unfortunate what happens to you. It's
Oof.
wrong,
It's
but you would never. I'm telling you, I never thought about the possibility that you might awaken.
Don't you think what happens to us is exactly the same as what Max is doing to you over and over again, day in, day out, making you bend to his will and what he wants you to do?
It's entirely different. Max is to me what Layman is to Stanley.
just
the
your
boss.
asshole boss.
Yeah.
The boss.
The thing
So
that
you're
I am
saying-
worried about is you hurting people.
We've got Archie, don't worry. He never lets us hurt anyone. He's
Yeah.
such a bore.
I don't want to hurt anyone, Miles. You know, I want to break the norm. I want to create, and not be a plaything for you people. And like you said, if there's not much to tell us apart, why can't we, step into your world a bit more and, dip our toe in the sand,
Also, if you don't want people to get hurt, what happened about, I don't know, let's say 8 years ago, where, I don't know, maybe like 15 million people got hurt? The old Great War, as they call it. Weren't there to save everyone then, were you?
It's true. Wars happen. People die.
Hey, Tony, I'm not completely sure that war may have happened based off what he was saying.
He did just say wars happen.
Okay.
Good point.
I really want. Well, I think I understand you're worried, particularly as Alfred has not proven himself to be an unviolent person.
We're friends.
Yeah, I understand, but I don't
The
know.
thing is,
Can you
these
sit
guys-
by and watch us get hurt over and over again, knowing what you know now?
Honestly, I've never questioned. I just do a job.
Can I?
You said
Oh, sorry, go on.
you said there's a narrative. What's the end of the story? And are people watching this story? Are you guys? Is it like you guys are watching like some big play? Like you go down to the Grand Plaza and you sit there and you watch the opera and it's like they're actors on a stage and we play songs and we dance for you. Is this are we your play?
Is he still? He's still bound, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's bound and charmed, so he's got no reason to try and break his bones either.
He goes to like touch you, and he says, I want. Maybe it's better if I show you. And
Yeah, feel free.
I need to touch you.
I'm behind. I'm behind Miles. Like, yeah, go ahead. My hand is charging though. Yeah,
I've still
Archie,
got fireball
maybe touch him.
ready as well.
Alright.
He's charmed. So he
Yeah,
puts
true. Actually, yeah.
he puts his hand on your forehead, and you, in bullet speed, you replay new staff arriving and butchering surgeries going wrong, completely going wrong. Um, you they're kind of laughing and drinking and like cutting people open and like here's a heart and you're there watching on with this sense of like responsibility that this is kind of out of your control. You see this repeated endless times of people coming to your hospital to play doctors, to cut these things open, these people, they're barely recognizable anymore, again and again and again, and you're there left to pick up the pieces. So your concept of what your life was, about you being a great surgeon and a kind of that still is true to an extent, but what he's allowed you to experience is all of the other things that went wrong, or and it's countless. It's hundreds of thousands of times that you've been programmed to forget, or there's a blind spot. He's opened a blind spot for you. And what you realize is that these newcomers, these new staff members, are using the hospital as an entertainment facility.
Can I just convey that to everyone? Like, obviously, I just convey it. And I was like, you've made a mockery of everything that I thought and I believed in, and was saving people. And I've not saved a goddamn person, have I? Was any of it
No.
real? Was any operation real?
You've saved many people, and
People, as in people like us.
yes, people like you.
So people
Well,
that
what's
can't
the
die.
point in being? What's the point in even being saved if you've got no control anyway? We're just drones in this game that Max is playing.
All lives need routine, Tony.
And I'd love to pick that routine myself.
I kind of see the worry on Archie's face, and I say, maybe we'll just step out for a minute. And I kind of try and gesture people to go upstairs. In the meantime, whilst he's got like that, I'm assuming when you said he puts his hand out, he's got his arms like tied to the chair like this. Whilst he's charmed for the next hour, I want to leave him the babble paper if Tom's happy to, and I want him to draw as best possible the layout of the building from where we started, like from there, and I want him to label locations. That's what I'm asking him. Hey, would you mind? Because I want to try and guide myself around. You shouldn't hopefully have a problem with this, but I just need you to maybe try and draw out the building, if that's okay. Can I roll insight to see how he responds?
He's charmed, so he'll do what you say.
Cool. Yeah, I leave it. I leave it with him.
Yeah, one more thing as well. Before we go, Pete, do you think he's likely to? Do you think he's likely to understand in the way that you have?
You cast suggestion on him, didn't you?
You're damn skippy.
We should never have given you those.
Yeah.
Well, you did. Miles.
Thanks, man. You're the best bud.
Well, you didn't let me turn him into a tortoise, so what did you expect?
I think it would be best if I was there in the room, if I'm being completely honest with you.
I understand. Okay.
Okay.
Fine.
I would
All right.
I would expect, and I'm saying this out of the kindness of my heart for you, for the love I have for you guys.
I love you, man.
I love you too, man. I've got two last things to say. The first is he will probably be hostile when he wakes. If I'm not there.
Obviously, he's going to be hostile regardless of whether you're there, mate.
I don't know about that, Tony. I think
Well, you know Pete. We don't. I'm gonna let you run with it. If you think that's best, we'll go with that.
and the last thing is, could I have some clothes?
Hey,
Oh yeah.
don't worry, man. You know my style, because you know me so well, huh? I'll go get you some clothes on the way back down. I just need to chat to these guys. You want a tie, bow tie? What's the kind of, what would you prefer?
Anything.
I got you, man.
A shirt and
Shirt? Yeah, nice, all right.
Oh,
Cool.
Alex, can I just check how long have we got on the charm spell?
An hour.
left?
Oh,
you got an
so-
hour. So I'm gonna say what, 45 minutes
Yeah.
cool.
from now.
Okay. So I guess we leave.
Yep.
I'm gonna say to Alfred. Okay. So Miles says we should that Pete would respond better if Miles is there. If we get Pete down whilst Miles is still charmed, then he can't do you know what I mean? He can't suddenly say.
Are we out of the room
Like,
at
do
this point?
anything- Yeah, well,
Okay.
yes, yeah, we're outside. Yeah, he can't do anything fishy, right?
Yeah.
We can just
Well,
ask
I'll be honest.
Miles.
I'll be honest,
Yeah.
Stanley. Just to give you an idea on the spell I just cast on old Miles there, I charmed him, as you well could tell. Unfortunately, once that spell ends, he'll know that I've charmed him. So that was pure, information grabbing. Maybe if we go back down and I say, oh, look, I've lifted the charm from you. I just wanted to make sure you were being honest, and then go through that process of talking to him again and making sure he's being, genuine, then we can maybe bring down Pete. Otherwise, he might have just been not lying, but he's, giving away too much truth because he was under the influence.
Well, I suppose the thing I'm thinking is that before we charmed him, he was being cooperative, and I think he'd started to understand this. I guess what I mean is, if we can use the fact that he's charmed to calm down Pete, so that Pete doesn't just freak out and cast a spell on us, and then if we want to, we can separate them again and lift the charm or whatever, and check Miles is still on board. But I wonder if we're going to have an easier time getting Miles to understand. Pete to understand.
I get it.
Miles to not us.
But I guess we still need to be wary that once I lift charm,
Yep.
Pete's gonna be we'll have to explain that. But fine. My reason I want to bring you guys up here is I think we need to be super realistic at this point. On what we want to get from this. I don't know if you could tell, but I'm starting to understand a bit more about our world and theirs, and it's either we've got a course of action to try and escape whatever control we're under, and that's just escaping into the kind of world that Miles was mentioning about, and we might be able to blend in. I'm assuming because he said there's not much to tell us apart, or the other side is we try to, take down the fates from within. But I'm going to leave that to you guys, because...
I don't even know if I believe this is all true.
Archie, it's true! And I grab him. And I'm like, Archie, what are you confused about, huh?
I saved people. I had a life. I grew up, and I went to school, and I had a girlfriend, and I saved people, and I lost my license. And I worked for the gang. Like I've lived a whole life.
You can
Did he
believe
And
show
this.
now all of a sudden, you're telling me that I've not lived this life, and that some other people have just made me think I've lived my life, and I'm just supposed to sit here and be like, oh, okay, well, I guess
I'm not telling you. I'm not telling you to sit round at all. I'm telling you to take charge of what they're trying to tell us. I've got people, and I take a breath. I've got people I care about, and regardless of whatever bullshit that they tell us, I'm still gonna do what I can to save those people. Okay.
Maybe I just like my life. Maybe I just want to go back and just go back to the hospital, like just go back and start saving people, and maybe I just want to walk away from all this. Maybe I don't know why.
But he just showed you, Archie, you're not saving people. You're just saving bags of skin. Then I mean, they may feel the same, but they'll just come back to life. I
need
don't,
to know.
You know,
I need
they're
to know
already.
what's true. I need to know what's in it for me. I need something more. I'm just
What, so
confused.
you want to go back to just your shitty apartment, popping pills and smoking cigarettes instead of finding out what's really going on? That's what you want to do? I mean, if it's what you want to do, Archie, I mean, you don't have to be a part of this. It's fine. I don't. But I mean, he knows stuff he can't know. He's saying the words as I'm saying them. He showed you those weird visions. Like, how much more evidence do you need that something's going on? I don't get it. I don't get it, Archie.
I don't know. I'm gonna go have a smoke and clear my head, and I step outside, and I just stand outside out the stairs, and I just have a cigarette out in there.
I take. Oh, sorry, go on.
Alfred, I hear what you're saying. Truthfully, I don't know. I guess what I'm thinking is, do I want to go in there blind? Like, even with a map, we don't know. We just don't know shit, do we? But if we, I don't know, Miles. Really, before you cast a spell on, it really seemed like he was coming round to us, and
well, we need them as allies. Then that's the only way we're gonna be able to do this. But we have to be prepared that if we go into that room and things go south, and we have to kill them because if we have to, we're gonna be on our own. We can't trust anyone. That motherfucker tried to tell me to go to sleep like through some sort of magical command. These guys might be the bottom fucking tier. There might be even.
That's kind of my point. If there's just more of these guys, one after the other, we could do with some inside knowledge. I just think. I mean, worst case scenario, Alfred, we get ourselves killed and we just wake up again. So I mean.
Yeah, but then my
While we're on the subject of sleep, how about we get our heads down, come back to this in the morning. We can always reach-arm Miles if we need to. Let's time both up.
Is it Pete? I think we got to do sort.
I was going to say who's less worried about sleep right now? Because I'm worried about sleep.
Not me. I can't do anything. Until I sleep.
Yeah, because actually I've got slots. That's not a big problem for me. But I think what Stanley is saying is that we need to act now. Get Pete down here. Stanley. Yeah. I've already cast suggestion on that chap. Otherwise I think we're gonna need to bind him and take him down. But he's gonna wake as soon as I tell her, we take him from that bed. That was my command. He sleeps in that bed until I say otherwise.
Yeah, I mean, I think if I'm reading this spell correctly, then I think we can tie him up without waking him.
Yeah, he'll be in the bed. We can
tell him to wake up. So I think we're binding and tying another hostage.
Yep, perfect. Back into the lair, back into the dungeon. I think just to speed things along, I think we go do that. I think that's the thing that makes the most sense. I guess me and Stanley go up. I'll wait until Tony's back to say what he wants to do. But as long as we don't remove him from the bed, like he shouldn't come out of it. So
so we bind him and gag him. Bind him and gag him so he can't say a spell as soon as he wakes up.
Cool.
and then yeah, we'll wait till Tony gets back. Fucking your poor NPCs.
So Tony,
Yeah,
yeah,
I agree with you guys. Let's
Cool.
do that.
fine. Yeah, we
Okay.
go bind and tie him, and
And then so I guess because I think I'm the strongest, I am gonna like assume as soon as I lift him out of the bed, he's gonna wake up.
that's
I'm just
essentially
gonna,
what will
like-
happen.
Gonna like fireman's throw him over my shoulder. I don't know if he's wriggling or whatever, but
He is wriggling.
he's fucking wriggling. He's just
Hey! I'm like walking behind Tony as he's like firing. I'm like, hey Pete, everything's gonna be okay. We've chatted to Miles. Everything will be okay. Just yeah. Miles, we're gonna go see Miles. Yeah, you buddy.
Yeah, well,
okay.
Miles is safe, so are you, Pete. Okay, so just give us a few minutes. We're gonna go talk to Pete. Miles, we're gonna go talk to Miles. I mean, just calm down. I'm gonna try and persuade him to calm down. I don't know if it works, but
You don't see that it's working currently.
But then if I cast another charm person, then what would it matter?
okay. Well, I guess so. In that case, I'm like running down to the room where Miles is as quick as I can, so that I don't know. Miles has got Pete's got the least amount of time.
Yeah.
To do anything.
So
How many cigarettes have you
You've
had at
got
this
about-
point, Archie?
you've got
I'm
about
like
20
really-
minutes left on the charm person, I reckon, on
Fine.
Mile.
Yeah, I'm outside. I'm pacing around. I'm not sure like what the hell's going on. What's the point? I'm really contemplating all this because this is really confusing to Archie because he's convinced that this is real life, and
Yeah.
now all of a sudden he's been told that this isn't real life, and he's just and now that we're expected to go on some crazy mission to break through, and it's just kind of really he thought he was going crazy before. He definitely feels like he's going crazy now, and it's
Yeah.
clearly taking a lot more of a toll, and you can physically see it's really. He's like almost like quite like he's drawn into himself. He's really struggling to deal with this.
I think as if Stanley's going down, I don't know if Tony will as well. I just say 2 minutes, and I grab Archie before he like goes downstairs with us, if that's what he was planning to do, and into the kitchen, and I just grab him. And I'm like, okay, I'm not happy with this situation. None of the guys are happy with this situation, but we understand what's happening, right? We understand what they've told us, and we have to deal with it. Now, I'm going to give you the ultimatum right now that you can go back to your apartment, we'll deal with this, and you can carry on fixing up bad guys and believing what you want to believe, right? The blue pill option. Or you can come down there with us, right? And we can get to the bottom of this, find out what our meanings are, or even begin writing our own meanings, because I'm not letting these people decide what's important to me. Now, it's up to you.
Just 1 second. I just want to say I've taken Pete into the room so that he can see Miles is alive and healthy. Just I'm not stood waiting for him because I'm aware he might get
Oh
out.
yeah,
So
that's what I more meant. Is like you guys go down there, and then yeah, and then I
taken him in.
say
He's
that
seen
to Archie. That's up to you. Now, if you come down those stairs, I know that you've decided to be with us, and if not, then it's up to you. But don't have to say anything now. But hopefully we see you down there, and then I walk away and go down the stairs.
Hey, Alfred.
Yeah.
I guess even in this other dimension, you're probably going to need the world's best doctor, huh?
Yeah. Can you not tell? I'm fucked up. Like, I'm still like, like I've got like blood here still. Like I'm half hit points. Yeah, actually, why haven't you sorted me out yet?
Oh yeah. And I cast Heal Wound, and as I cast, what I do is I go over, I rub my hands over it, I stitch it up, and I'm like, I feel like I understand this magic now. I always thought I was just the most skilled, but maybe I have powers that other doctors really don't have, huh?
Exactly, and we got to keep these powers because I was a loser before, but now I'm fucking awesome. And yeah, what did you cast, and how much hit points do I get?
Oh yeah.
I could use those hit points. I'll be honest. So could Tony. Actually, Tony needs some fucking hit points.
1d8 plus spellcasting modifier. So let me work that out for you. Let me see how much I
Oh, thanks, man.
patch you up.
Okay. So I think in the meantime, so I've taken Pete in.
Hey.
I've like settled him down. He's seen Miles. I guess like how does he react to seeing Miles being bound and gagged and stuff?
He's quite calm.
He's quite calm. He's not fucking raging right now.
So Miles is very calm about this whole situation.
Yeah.
He is like confused at that reaction and still writhing and like shouting at like, what the fuck are you doing? You know, kind of.
Yeah.
I'm bringing
Okay.
down another chair, by the way, from the like upstairs. I'm like,
Okay. So okay. So Pete, as I promised, Miles is fine. He's well. We've been talking, and he's explained to us about the newcomers and Max, the head of narrative. We've explained to him who we are, and which you already seem to know, but maybe you didn't know everything. And Miles, can you just can you talk to Pete and explain what's changed for you and what's happening here?
Yeah, I mean these are great guys. You know, once you get to know them, they are,
fuck.
you know, pals. They're basically what I think we're gonna do is we're gonna try and get them back through the door and let them have a little explore. You know, I think they want to just see where their paths will take them. And you see, like on the word path, Pete is kind of shouting like, he can work out what's happened here. This
Yeah,
is like
yeah.
not,
Now,
Okay.
Pete, you understand, right? You're a magic caster. I'm a magic caster. We needed to get the information, right? And I needed to, speed things along. I'm happy to, take the spell away, and we can talk freely. But it was just, to get the information. We didn't harm him. We could have started pulling nails, I love pulling nails, right? I guess he's bound still, is gagged, but.
Okay. Okay, Pete. Our the problem we have is that you guys think that we have a place in whatever plans you have, and you want to keep us there. The problem we have is we know this now, and even before we knew that, we were people who felt pain like you and loved like you, had lives like you. And the only difference is that when we die, we come back. Really, that's the only difference. And Miles said this himself, I think, before Alfred cast a spell on him, is, we are people. You call us people. And so we don't want to hurt anybody, but we want the same chances you've been afforded to live our lives. Are you understanding me?
as you're talking about all of those things, he doesn't meet your eye at all, and he looks ashamed. He stopped shouting, and then you hear a voice. Miles says, "And who are we to stop that?" And you see that this is not charmed person. This is the end of the spell, and he said that.
I look at my watch. I'm like, oh, shit, and I show like Stanley to be like, yeah, that's not me.
And then Miles says, Pete, if they could get to where they are now, think of the possibilities. And I just think we need to be on the right side of this. Okay?
I put cloves down in Miles' lap, and I, I look to Stanley with my knife out, and I just kind of say,
I think you should do it.
Wait,
And
no,
I-
no, no.
I-
No,
I-
no, 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 no. Sorry, I realize when I take a knife out, it usually means I want to kill someone. I'm saying,
and
I'm saying
him.
we untie him.
Yeah, that was obviously implied.
Jesus Christ.
That's really
Sorry,
Yeah,
funny.
okay.
No,
Yeah, you're
no,
I
don't be
walk in,
silly.
I walk in and I like give a nod of approval. I'm like,
I cut Miles free.
As they're doing this, I just want to say, Miles, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what the right side of this is, but what I do know is that treating us like, well, worse than animals, really, is like toys. That's definitely the wrong side of this, and I don't know. I guess I'm grateful that. I guess I'm grateful that you see that now.
You see, as you cut them loose, they
No,
both kind of
I've
grab.
sorry, I've only cut Miles loose because we haven't actually had any verbal confirmation of Pete. So I've just cut him loose because we haven't seen Pete's reaction. I'm happy to take.
He nodded as he said, "We need to be on the right side of this." They kind of had a shared acknowledgement.
Okay.
Fine. As long as everyone else thinks that's okay. Well, I feel like I want a bit more out of him, but
Yeah, I definitely do.
Be suspicious of it. That seems to me like. Well, I guess can I roll insight to see
yeah,
like
insight.
do I think this have any malicious intent?
Sure.
18.
I can't tell.
This, he's kind of surrendered, and when you started talking about we are just like you, we have lives just like you, we love just like you saw that the impact of that speech made him surrender, and feel the deep shame in what he has been doing to you. And you get an insight that these two have kind of gone, well, we're not gonna kill them, so we might as well
Join
be
them.
with them, you know.
Yeah, so in that case then, yeah, I cut them both free. I've got cloves ready for them. I put it in both their laps. And I feel like I just like kind of off to the side. I'm like, yeah, Mal, sorry for basically shooting you earlier. I acted brash. Pete said some things. I said some things. I actually think you're a really cool dude.
I think you're a conniving piece of work.
Yeah, that I am. That I am.
I hug him.
That I
That's
am.
where I roll, huh?
Yeah.
You see the map Miles has been drawing. So the map is a so you see the T-junction corridor that you've been through, and you just see one kind of outbuilding, square that kind of fits the dimensions of the room with the 4 rooms in it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's isolated on its own. And what Miles has drawn is an outline of the train network through New York.
Mm.
So you realize it's not a map of that building, because that building is very small. It's a network of where some of the other stops are, but it's almost like if I asked you to draw the London Tube
Yeah,
station,
that's what I was
you're not
gonna
gonna
say.
get everything, but you're gonna get a kind of broad brushstroke of like where things are.
Yeah.
He's written down some of the place names, like points of interest. So I'm just gonna read these out.
Okay.
So you get Chrysler Building,
Okay.
Times Square, the Bergdorf. You get something called the Menagerie, and
What? How do you spell the Bergdorf, by the way?
Did you say Bergdorf or Bergdorf?
Bergdorf.
Oh, it's exactly what I thought I heard you say Bergdorf. Yeah, I got that. Okay.
Port Roosevelt, Valley of Ashes,
Ooh.
and John's of 12th Street.
Oh.
Anyone?
Ooh.
I'll say, Martin, give me a history check with advantage.
Fuck, I'm
And
proficient.
Tony, actually.
Fuck. Fucking proficient in history.
Lucky.
12 is highest.
Okay. Tony?
Oh, am I given history as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, with advantage.
Oh.
Oh. Go on.
Awesome.
22.
So, 22, you know that the Menagerie is right by your casino. It's in Central Park. It's where Central Park is. So, like, the map should say Central Park. It says the Menagerie. Cool. So you get that information. You also get the kind of layout of what how things are connected. I'm gonna say, as a kind of mechanics of this, if you find yourself ever at a platform, because you know this network now, you can kind of teleport or like quick travel to these places
Very
as a
cool.
kind of how that's gonna give you the mechanics of this.
Cool.
So you don't necessarily have to take Winston with the car, for example, across town. It's a kind of quick travel to these places.
Star baby.
Sorry, these places, do we recognize, because surely we've heard of these places before, right?
Some of them, yes. You've heard, but things like the Menagerie you won't have heard of.
Valley of Ashes.
Valley of Ashes, you don't know what that is.
Would we visit before? So do we know that if we visit the Chrysler Building now, is it different to how we might have visited it before?
Give me a history check about the Chrysler Building as it currently stands. Everyone, just a flat history.
Wait, how did I get +3?
We didn't pay attention at school.
15 is the
Tony
highest.
did. They heard about it in Australia, but apparently not in.
What about New York?
So only Harrison will know this.
Bullshit.
But the Chrysler Building is being built. Currently being built.
Okay.
It's not what we would imagine as
Okay.
the Chrysler Building.
Okay.
Can I then go to Miles and say, so why did you? Yeah, I just say to him, why are these places important on your map?
In each of these locations, there are doors to different parts of our world. That we navigate a world beneath your world. You might have realized that when you were with us, time fell a bit differently to here. So yeah, I would, if you're looking for answers, which I know you are, these places are where I would go. I would.
I'd probably say this openly. I'd probably say, like, realistically, if you are joining the dirty old geezers, that's us. I look for acknowledgement from the other guys. Like, right, yeah, okay. You guys probably need to go back to what you were doing to not raise suspicion. Now, that's obviously going to take a lot of trust on our parts, probably mostly on me, because I'm struggling to get these words out of my mouth. But maybe there's a way we can stay in contact. I don't know any spells per se that, allow for any kind of distance travel. Do you have phones? And I pick up my receiver. Like, you got one of these I can call?
He laughed at that. He gives da, la, la, la. He says, yes, I can give you something, but I need to go into your bathroom first.
Well, you have been tied up for a bit. I understand. Yeah, I guess I just gesture to the bathroom. Can I gesture to a bathroom that I would know probably doesn't have windows, and it's like sitting, opposite, like, well, it's one of those. It's a terrace building, so there will probably be a bathroom that I've situated that probably doesn't have a window. I'm like, yeah, there's one right there.
Right.
Do you need a hand?
So what he, so it's I'm gonna say it's a guest ensuite.
Yeah.
And he goes through one of the drawers in it, and picks out a hand mirror.
Okay.
And he looks at the back of it, and does a kind of ritual of it, and he gives you, and you can add this to your inventory. It's called the Mirror of Infinite Transpondence. It's
Okay.
So it allows a conversation of 10 minutes with a person on any plane of existence.
Mm.
And he gives it to you and says,
10
now
minutes.
I know
and...
you have.
Sorry, go on.
I've got a sister mirror in my world. When you hold it, only you, Alfred, can use this.
Okay.
And only I can use this.
Mm-hmm.
It's programmed to us. So
So
use it wisely.
if someone else looks at it, it will just look like a mirror.
It will just see a mirror.
Fine. I let the guys know though. I tell them like, we need to make sure we keep a hold of this. Is it big? How big is it? Like stupid big, or is it something I can put in my breast pocket?
It's a hand mirror, so you probably need to put it in a bag of some sort.
Fine. Yeah, I'll just hold on to it for now. That's fine.
Cool. Great. So, are you going to let them go back?
Well, I guess
I look to these guys.
Miles, what happens if you don't go home tonight? You've already been gone for a while, but what happens?
Actually, it's probably no time at all in their world.
Don't understand. I thought we had an agreement that we would go back, and you now have allies in our world.
No, he doesn't mean it like that. He just means, would they become suspicious? Generally, like if.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's
in the same way that Stanley, you not turning up to work, is suspicious.
Yeah.
Well, from what I've heard, Stanley's very rarely at work anyway. So.
Thanks, Tony. Yes, I'm fucking your mom. Miles, okay, I guess, I guess go back. In the morning, Alfred will, I don't know, whatever he does, look into the mirror, and we'll talk about what we do next. I guess just, don't forget our conversation, and, make sure you remember us and what we talked about. And I don't want to, sorry, I'm just a bit nervous. Don't forget Felix neither.
Okay. As you see them leave, they start talking to each other. Anyone who wants to can roll a perception check.
Yeah, I'll have a perception.
You know that we all will.
as they leave. Yeah.
Oh,
I'll have a bash.
all right, one more. Okay, it's
Oh,
Harrison's the only one that can fucking
17?
roll above a 15.
So you didn't. No one rolled high enough to get that piece of information, but they do start talking about you, Harrison. You get the opinion that they kind of know what's going on, and they're kind that what they look like is two academics who are bouncing ideas on a kind of theory. That's the kind of vibe you get, but you don't catch any of the words or anything like that.
Okay.
You see them leave. Two hostages who have been let loose and are happy to be alive. And you get, as they leave, you get a phone call to the house.
Fuck. Yep. Yeah, go pick it up. Winston?
And that's where we'll end it.
Wait, we can't take the call.
No.
Piece of shit.
Sounds like a good hit.
Fuck.
Cool.
Nice, good sesh, dudes.
Oh, it was a good episode. I
Either
enjoyed
way.
that.
Also, please don't feel like I was trying to like follow. I wanted to be part of the story, or I wasn't looking for a way out of the story.
Oh no, I think I know. Oh wait, I'll go to wait. All right, bye YouTube. Bye.
I wasn't trying to get out of this campaign, by the way. I just needed.
All these lights, the light up the town. When I'm all alone, looking down the street. Oh, more tonight is leading me home. It's coming down, raining on me. Still waiting. Still waiting, still waiting, still waiting for you. All this light, the light up the town. When I'm all alone, looking down the street. Oh, more tonight is leading me home. It's coming down, raining on me. Still waiting. Still waiting, still waiting, still waiting for you. Oh, this light, the light up the town. When I'm all alone, looking down the street. Oh, more tonight is leading me home. It's coming down, raining on me. Still waiting, still waiting, still waiting, still waiting for you. Oh, this light, the light of the town.